Hi, and welcome to Real Food Live. I am Kristy LaPointe, aka Plant-Based Kristy.
And I'm Lisa Manzo, registered holistic nutritionist, owner of Pure Energy Wellness Loft, and fitness trainer.
All right, what are we making today?
Today we are making spinach and kale pizza crust.
So we're actually making the pizza crust out of spinach and kale.
Out of spinach and kale. It's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to give you a lot of tips and tricks on how to do this. It's really simple, really fast, minimal ingredients, and we're going to have some fun.
All right, so stay tuned. Send us in your questions. Welcome to Real Food Live. So welcome back to Real Food Live.
Yes.
Lisa, get us started.
Okay, so guys, as a pizza lover, and being from an Italian background, I absolutely adore pizza. We're gonna give you a simple recipe here. Pizza's so great, it's so easy to make, it's delicious. It's fun to make it as part of your weekly meal. But what I love most about pizza is that it's shareable. So you can share it with family and friends.
So
right?
sweet.
There's gotta be a sentiment to this.
There
Especially
is.
as foodies, we have to do this. So with kale and spinach crust, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, of course refined sugar-free, and it's a Whole Foods pizza because it's just made of Whole Foods.
That's great.
Yeah, and we use kale because it's kind of a beefier vegetable. It's obviously a complete powerhouse superfood, but it's a beefier vegetable, so it kind of
What do you mean by beefier?
You know, like
That's
it's
so
beefier.
funny.
I know,
it's like
to say
got
vegetable
like
and beef.
heft to it.
It
Sure.
does. It's hearty, so it kind of gives that nice, hearty, heavier texture. And with crust and dough, you need that. You need that to kind of stick and bond together. So we're using 4 cups of kale right here and 1 cup of spinach. So what I'm going to do with these two is put them in a pan and just wilt them for about 1 to 2 minutes with a little bit of water, get them a little bit softer, and then toss these in the blender.
Great.
I'm going to go do that.
Okay.
Okay.
So Lisa's gonna wilt those up. Lisa, why are you wilting them? Explain it to me.
Yeah, so I find that wilting it creates a softer texture for the dough.
Okay.
For the dough. It's a lot easier to blend that way as well.
That's really smart. What about, could you steam them a little bit too?
You
like
definitely
lightly
can.
steam?
And you can even just grab a small pot or a medium-sized pot, fill it with water, and even chop everything and toss it in for about 1 to 2 minutes, and then strain it.
Okay,
I just find this way easier, and then
Totally.
throw it in.
So we're just softening
the
kale and spinach.
Especially with kale, as we said, it's a little tougher.
Yeah.
And we want to soften that a little bit.
Okay.
So that's going to be about 1 to 2 minutes here.
Great.
Wilting that up.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm looking ahead, I don't know if I'm allowed to some of these other ingredients, and I can't help but notice we have my beloved nutritional yeast.
Yes. So the nutritional yeast is an alternative to Parmigiano cheese.
Can you say that again?
She loves that when I say that, Parmigiano.
The pronunciation.
And it's great because this is the binding agent.
Oh,
And
interesting.
This, along with egg, will bind the dough and keep it nicely in the form of what we want.
Right.
And so this isn't a vegan, obviously, dish, but we could simply make it if we replace the egg with a flax egg.
Totally.
And you probably do it all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Flax egg or chia egg. So for vegans or anyone with egg allergies or sensitivities, I'm very intrigued, and this might be another one of your recipes, Lisa, that I will try myself veganized on my Instagram at Plant-Based Kristy. What's next?
Very, very easy. So like I said, it's all about the blender. I'm all about 5 to 6 ingredients. So it's quick, it's fast, it's simple. So once the kale and spinach is wilted, I'm going to throw that in the blender along with an egg, 1 egg, 1 cup of nutritional yeast, 2 leaves of basil from my garden. Smell that.
They smell
yum.
so fresh.
So
and
good.
So good.
And 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of pepper goes in the blender.
Great.
Blending it up. So once those are wilted, we'll do that. In the meantime, I can definitely add, there's no order that you have to do this in, so I can definitely add this and get it going. So
I like that. The messy cook in me likes just
Throw it
throwing
in.
everything in the blender.
Just throw it all in, really.
So what kind of salt are you using?
High quality sea salt.
Okay.
And so with salt, people usually shy away from salt or eliminate salt out of their diet. And it's really important that we still have salt in our diet because it is a mineral, in moderation, in balance. Not only does it make our food and bring out all the flavors in our foods, but it's also an important mineral for our bodies to have, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So just remember, you guys can send us in your questions, and we will be answering them in real time. That's the whole point of doing this live.
All in one.
Oh, so good.
So here we go. So they're wilting right here. So this takes about 1 to 2 minutes for the vegetables to wilt. Again, it's just softening them up, so we're not cooking them through.
Looks so good.
Yeah.
So green, so vibrant. I really like the idea of trying a green pizza crust because I've never done that.
Oh, it's so good.
And I've had a lot of pizza in my day. I know cauliflower pizza crusts are also very popular.
And that's quite popular right now as well, right? But it's really great because you can change and switch up your pizza crusts. So if you're doing this as a weekly, meal, you can do 1 week do cauliflower pizza crust, 1 week do the kale and spinach, and kind of create something unique, right?
Totally.
For yourself.
And I mean, the nice thing with pizza, especially making crust, is it's just a base. The toppings are
It's all about the
toppings. so different, and they can be so versatile week to week too.
Yes, and today for our pizza crust, for our pizza toppings, we're gonna just do a nice, simple, traditional margarita pizza. So that includes, your traditional tomato sauce, some basil, and then traditionally you're placing mozzarella or bocconcini or something like that on it to melt. But for today, because it is dairy-free, what we're creating, I love to use Enjoy Yoso as the brand, and they have a cashew cream cheese in a garlic herb. It is fantastic. So you can place dollops of that, put it under the broiler, and melt the cheese.
Cashew is like a miracle nut to me. It's so good. I mean, it's just a normal nut, but it tastes like a dream.
And you know what? You can make that as well on your own if you wanted to do like a cashew cream cheese. Just soak the cashews, and maybe this is another recipe we can do on another show, but soak the cashews overnight, place them in a blender with whatever herbs you want, and there you go, right?
Yeah, a little bit of lemon juice.
Yes.
It's the best. You're reminding me, I have some homemade cashew cream in my fridge right now.
So good.
I'm going to make something with it today.
So good. I think that's a great idea. So, wilted greens right here. So as you can see, they're nice and soft. And I placed 2 basil leaves inside as well for the crust. Not only are we using it for the toppings,
so we're putting it in the crust too.
In the crust as well.
Basil inception.
Yes, I would put basil in everything because it's so good. And we're just going to chop this. So you want a high-speed blender like a Vitamix or something that can handle it, or a food processor is also something you can do.
Totally.
Yep. So I'm going to open it up and just kind of mix it around here.
This is so intense.
It's intense. There we go.
Good.
It's
mixing.
It's mixing. It's going. It's going.
Like it.
And you can actually stop this as well. Open it up. Woo! It's steaming. Just mix it with your spatula or your fork. And you want to make sure you scrape the edges here as well, so you can get all that goodness. You were saying?
Oh, I was just going to say, so growing up, I think pizza is such a huge part of a lot of our lives, and there's so many emotions based around it.
Yes.
This is a cool way to have pizza in a little bit healthier of a way.
Exactly. So there's no reason you can't enjoy all the great foods that you eat, just, alternating the recipes and making them healthier, switching them up a little bit.
And instead of having to make it like a special food, this can be just an anytime very healthy meal.
It could be even a snack. It could be an appetizer.
A breakfast.
Yeah.
Go crazy.
Yeah, put an egg on it. Yeah. Why not?
Sure.
Oh, I would. She's like,
I'd put some, I don't know, tofu scramble.
Yeah. But yeah, it could really be for not just a meal, definitely for an appetizer as well. So, simple, easy, done.
Wow, I can't believe how quick that blended. And this
quick.
Is just in a very standard blender.
Exactly. You can imagine a food processor or a Vitamix, something of that sort, it blends really quickly.
What do you do to stop it from liquefying then in a high-powered blender?
You want to chop it. So you want to
just do brief pulsing.
Or just put it on, stop it, mix it, because with the Vitamix there's no chopping option. But you know what? I've also made this recipe when it was a little bit more liquefied, and it's actually not bad. It still cooks.
Great.
So you can't really mess this up, guys. So you're just going to plop the I'm gonna call it dough, right into the center of a baking sheet lined with parchment paper.
Lovely.
Just place it just like that. Doesn't it smell so good?
It smells so good, and with the green, it really kind of looks pesto-y.
Doesn't it?
Which I like. It's very appealing.
I like it too. I like it too. So, and that's another great topping you can add to this pizza is a pesto. And even like dice your tomatoes, almost like a bruschetta.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be really good.
Pesto pizza sounds very 90s to me. It feels very nostalgic.
I like it. So I'm just scraping out all this yummy ingredients here. And Kristy, do you want to grab another spatula so I can take this amazing stuff off this larger spatula here? We don't want to leave any of that ingredients in here.
I found one.
Yay!
Victory.
There we go. Scrape it on out. Good.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It does kind of stick to it.
It sticks to it. That's the egg and the nutritional yeast right there.
Good.
Okay. I'm actually going to switch with you. You can hold this so you feel like I'm holding something.
I feel like a kid. I'm not going to lick the batter. I think that'd be very unhygienic. And I'm vegan. If you have any questions about this recipe, please send them in. If you have any thoughts about pizza, or if there are ways you guys are eating pizza now more regularly in your diets, we want to hear about them. Even if you're watching this video later, you can leave comments below, and us or someone from the team will get back to you.
So we have it placed right in the center. What I'm going to do right now, because you're probably all thinking, well, how is she going to spread this dough? I'm not going to spread it. For once, I'm actually not going to get my hands dirty. This is crazy. I'm going to get the pan, and I'm actually going to make it into
I did not see this coming.
a nice, somewhat pizza circle here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Smart.
So remember, if it's a little bit more liquidy, you're obviously not going to be as hard with your.
Slides
it's going to just slide it, so you'll be a little bit more gentle. This one's a little thicker, so we can be a little bit less gentle with it. And so you're going to create that circle.
And the nice thing about pizza is it is imprecise. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle or a perfect rectangle.
Not at all. So guys, once you have your somewhat circle, your perfect circle, right?
This is a very inspirational
the sharing, the unique, the first of all. So once you're done that, you're gonna pop it into the oven at 425, and it's 20 minutes until golden brown. Okay, what I like to do before I pop it in, right when I pop it in, it's not 100% necessary, but I like the fact that it becomes even crispier, is I drizzle olive oil just randomly like this all over. You could do avocado oil. If you like the taste of coconut oil, you could do coconut oil.
And I do.
And you can just toss it right on and then pop it in for 425.
So that's to make it crispier?
That's to make it even crispier, yes. So
and I guess you kind of are adding in some of that fat that we don't really have.
Exactly.
Exactly. Get ready for some
we are fast, guys. So here it is. Here's our kale and spinach pizza crust. As you can see, you can pick it up just like any other pizza dough. Very simple to cut.
Totally.
We're gonna dress that right here. So let me dress that. Let me get another puck. Yeah, so dressing it, like I said, you can choose whatever toppings you like. Today we're gonna do just a simple, original traditional margarita. So you're gonna place a few dollops of the tomato sauce. This is just pureed tomato sauce with just a little bit of sea salt in it. You can also buy ones with basil, herbs in it, whatever you like. Just make sure you check the ingredients and the sugar content. Make sure it's limited ingredients. Make sure it says tomatoes and sea salt only.
Yeah, a lot of marinara and tomato sauces are just like so full of sugar, which tastes delicious, but it's very easy to like unconsciously be consuming way too much sugar.
Of course, and that's why it's so important to check the ingredient list. Like I'm very lucky because my family and we make tomato sauce every single year.
Look at this gal.
Yeah, so I have tomato sauce for about a year, if it even lasts that long.
I made some tomato sauce this year for the first time. Good. It turned out well for the first time.
Good.
I've tried in the past.
I like a lot of
to
sauce.
varying degrees. Of success. But yeah, this year, I don't know if the tomatoes were sweeter. It just turned out really
good?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
So For those of you who really like cheese, you could also sprinkle nutritional yeast on the top because it has that cheesy, nutty flavor.
Totally.
And I'm just gonna place my basil all pretty because I like, well,
Yeah.
you're definitely all about the presentation.
They're very cute.
So this is for you.
Thank you.
If I was at home, I'd be like, ah.
What other pizza toppings do you usually like on these healthy pizzas?
Yeah, so I really like the traditional margarita, and like I said, I usually put the cashew cream cheese on it, put it under the broiler for about 5 minutes, let it melt. It's probably our favorite one. But you can also do a pesto toppings with some mushrooms. I would cook, just like lightly cook or saute the mushrooms and onions in advance, and then put them on top, and then just place it all in the oven afterwards for a little warm up.
Okay,
just to heat it up.
I love mushrooms on a pizza.
Me too.
That's probably
I
my
love
favorite.
mushrooms in general.
Me too.
So this is it.
Beauty.
Do we have a pizza roller or a pizza cutter?
That's a great question. I'll look.
Let's look.
Why don't you tell the folks some more about pizza?
So when we cut it, it's really simple. Pizza cutter is a lot more simpler than using a knife, but you could always get scissors if you don't have any and just cut right down the center. I like to do it in 4s, but if you have more people and it's an appetizer and you didn't want to make multiple of these.
I think we do have a pizza cutter.
It's okay, we'll try with a knife. You can, so let's see. I usually cut it with a pizza cutter or, oh no, it's perfect.
Great.
I'm messing up the basil a little bit, but that's okay.
We'll redress it.
We'll
after
redress
we
it,
cut our
exactly.
slices.
There you go. So I'm gonna cut this in 4s here, but like I said, if you had more people, you could cut it in 8, so that it's just a little taste.
And last week we did like a grab and go breakfast recipe.
Yes.
This could similarly be sort of a grab and go snack or breakfast or meal.
Exactly, and if you're making it, you can always take a couple slices the next day to work. Remember, it's always about making extras so that you're prepared for the next day.
That's really smart.
Yes.
So will this freeze?
I've never frozen it, and I don't think I would, only
Okay.
because it's so fresh, and I feel as though it would probably crumble after you take it out. So I
Lose
would
some of
say,
the texture.
yeah, and I would say, honestly, it's so quick to make that you could just whip it up.
That's great.
Right?
Yeah.
So try it.
Well,
you
I'm not
can
going to try it, but please try it.
Okay, I'm going to
And
try
I'll
it for
believe
you.
you or not.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
So as you can see, it's a nice crust.
It's thin too.
It's nice and thin, and
Yeah.
actually traditional, pizza from
Italian
Italian
pizza.
pizza from Naples is this thin. And in fact, I like my pizza crust really, really thin and crispy. As you
Totally.
can see, it's crispy here. And you can leave it in a little longer if you like it even crispier.
So you're cooking it for about 20 minutes. How do
Yes.
people know when it's done?
You'll start to see the ends crisp and curl up. And then you'll start to see, it's kind of funny because I'm like, or until golden, but it's obviously harder because it's green to see that, but
That's true.
you do see a coloration difference in the green. So the
It
green
deepens?
it deepens
Yeah.
and almost gets a little bit of browning.
Interesting.
So that's how you know it's done. And like I said, you can always go in, touch it, and if you want it crispier, leave it in or throw on the broiler on high. Just make sure you're watching it because it can burn really quickly for
Great.
5 to 6 minutes and then bring it out.
Great.
Super simple. What was that? 6 ingredients minus the
fast,
toppings.
yeah.
It's fast, it's easy, and that's what we're all about. Simple, fast, healthy dishes that you can do really quickly for you and your family and know that it's healthy and you're still enjoying the amazing foods and flavors that you used to if you did. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
So that's it. We hope you had a great time with us. Please send in your questions. We're always here to listen and to respond and to answer any of your concerns or questions, or we want to hear a little bit from you, what you guys do, right?
Totally. And like Lisa said last week, we love seeing when you guys are experimenting with these things during the week. And if you want to reach out to us on
Yes.
our Instagrams and our social medias,
Please.
we love seeing those photos. It
Please,
is
we
so
will give
exciting.
you 2 thumbs up for sure for even trying.
yes.
That's what's exciting about it. It's all about trying and seeing what you like and what you don't.
Yeah, so you can find me on the internet at Plant-Based Kristy. On Instagram primarily. I have some really exciting recipes coming up and some really fun food styling
Ooh.
experiments in the next week.
I like it. And you can find me at the Lisa Manzo on Instagram and check out some of my recipes and my blog at lisamanzo.ca.
So you can also look at all of our previous videos, the ones from our other show, Real Talk, and yeah, let us know what you think. Send us in your messages and questions. Thanks so much. Have a great day, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe below.
To watch previous shows, click here.
And to watch all of our other videos, including our other show, Real Talk, click right over here.
We'll see you next time.